Hello, my name is Tina. Welcome to my channel. Tonight I would like to continue elaborating about our imprisonment in this place, planet Earth, and precisely about imprisonment in a more refined way, and which is our body. Okay, because our soul resides within this body. I use often the very term Meatsuit, okay, because it is like a meat suit that contains your soul, okay. Um, the soul is imprisoned because you're not free to leave, you're not free to go anywhere, okay. And I would like tonight to talk about uh, taking care of the meat suit. Okay, I know it sounds very comical, but the reality is not as comical. Okay, because this is serious. How and why and what? So once we are born in here, okay, we are trapped, basically trapped between this body. Our consciousness expresses itself through this physical body, okay, the meat suit. And for better or worse, okay, could be many years, usually is, and the time in here, uh, it's not fun really. Yes, there are moments that you may enjoy yourself, you may laugh, you may visit places, you may do some hobbies that you like to do. Yes, but majority of that time it's not based on those few moments of fun. Majority is struggle, strife, worry, and conflicts. Physical body, the meat suit, in my opinion, serves like a torture device. That's what it is. You know, if you look at it, physical body needs to be taken care of, okay? From the very first moment that you take your breath in to the very last moment that you are here. And what happens? We all know how to take care of the body, okay? That you need to, I mentioned this before, you need to make sure the body is fed, that it has enough sleep, that is healthy. So you have to protect it from danger, you have to dress, you have to look somehow decent, you know, to present yourself somehow to this world, because people judge you by the way you look, okay? So there's lots of like problems between this system of taking care of this body, okay? Because what happens? The way this world is put together, the way the system operates, unless you have means of of buying food or provide shelter for yourself or even take care of the meat suit, you cannot do it properly, okay? So this is the thing, that the prison that we are living within, okay, has to be taken care properly every single day. There's no exception, and even that is not going like given a smooth ride, okay, because there's many obstacles. You're relying first on your parents to take care of you, okay? Then when you're old enough, you leave home, you know, you may get a job or something to support yourself. So you have to continue, but sometimes you cannot get a job, and then what? You know, many people are homeless, many people have very little that suffer because they have to go without the basics, the basic needs I'm talking about in here. And this is the problem, because it's not enough that we are stuffed in a meat suit. We are also given this so-called life scripts that we are subjected to, every single one of us. And those life scripts are not very kind, because you can have a very bumpy ride in this life. So taking care of your body can be very challenging. I mean, we're living like in this world, within this society in 21st century. And another thing, another aspect, if health issues, okay, how much healthcare costs to take care of yourself. I mean, people paying fortune for health insurance. I mean, right here in America, I mean, the situation is disastrous, really. And there's a lot to ask for you know, the way doctors and hospitals are taking care of us, really. There's a lot to ask for. It's very poor quality, because I had very bad experiences. That's why I stopped using those services, really. I became my own doctor. Honestly, I don't, I wouldn't even dare to go and see anybody up there, because they don't know what they're doing, these people. I'm sorry, but this is all about your body, about to make you feel better, to be healthy, okay? And what really happens, we're trusting some professionals, okay, to do something for us that we're not educated about, you know, qualified about. So we're going there, and you have to pay a lot of money, and very often it doesn't really work. It doesn't really work because, you know, you're very poorly taken care of. You spend your money, you spend your time. So another aspect of it, because you have to take care of your body health-wise, there's the body as it ages, okay, it needs more and more care. And we have less and less resources, we have less and less money, because in today's society, when you become a person that is older, that stops working or so, automatically, people are suffering poverty, you know, very few are making it, and they are comfortable. I'm talking about today's world. So that's another massive obstacle, really, because if you cannot take care of your Meatsuit, okay, that means you are suffering, and that means you're experiencing very uncomfortable feelings. There's pain to it that you have to take care of too. Um, I feel that the way this Meatsuit has been designed, it's been designed and created in a very deliberate manner to provide or to enable as much of suffering as possible, really. Um, because, you know, body is very vulnerable. You feel cold, you feel the heat, okay? You feel hunger, you feel thirst. This is very cruel prison for your soul. Can you imagine? I mean, we can't say if can you imagine, because we all feel it occasionally, that discomfort of the physical body. Everybody feels. And I'm saying that rather imagine how it would be if you didn't have the physical body, that you wouldn't feel those pains, those colds, those discomforts and stuff. So it's only felt right in here between this physical existence where we are. So we are imprisoned here because we live in a prison planet. I just made a video about it. And Lush Farm, exactly. The Lush Farm in here is absolutely ongoing, and there's never any vacation from that. Now, there's another aspect of physical, of the Meatsuit, of the physical body. Um, this physical body is also used for procreation, okay? Now, we all know that when you're becoming a parent, okay, there's a deep emotional connection, or I call it rather a trap, because it is a trap. Because once you become a parent, I already made video about it, there's no taking vacation from that. You cannot stop being a parent suddenly. It's for life, okay? So this is an emotional trap, because you worry endlessly and you're concerned endlessly. You can't just switch off. And the result of that is what? Lush. This is the bottom line. Physical body, you are imprisoned, you are trapped between this shell, okay? Then you procreate, and you bring another soul trapped in another Meatsuit, okay, that you're responsible for. And then that emotional connections, the suffering that often goes with it, okay, produces more lush. And this is like a cycle, if you can see what I mean. It's like a chain, okay, goes from one to another, from one to another, from one to another, in never ending wave, okay, that it's connected. Well, whoever created this place, it's extremely evil, but I call it bloody genius, because only a very evil, extremely evil genius could come up with this idea to imprison, to catch souls between the Meatsuits, okay, and subject them uh, to this maximum suffering on every level, you know, from day one to the time when you're very old. Yes, you're existing, and you have to take care of that body every single day. You cannot say, no, I'm on a strike, I'm not going to feed it, I'm not going to drink, I'm not going to allow it to sleep, because I already said, I mean, in my last video, the body would not allow you to do this, even if you want to. So you are at the mercy of the meat suit. Yes, you are at the mercy of the meat suit. You can't skip rest, food, shelter, really, so you're not too freezing, so you're not too hot. You have to provide all those needs, and you are working hard to keep it going. It's macabre. I'm sorry, you know. I mean, I'm 65 years old right now, okay? So I wasn't born yesterday, and I have full understanding how it works. I'll tell you something, guys. If you are very young, I'll tell you what happens. By the time you reach age of 50, this is where all the aches and pains of this meat suit start. And guess what? They don't stop. Unless you lead healthy lifestyle, unless you take care of yourself, it's not going to stop. It's going to be tormenting you daily, okay? You will have pulled muscles for some reason, pains and aches of unknown, very mysterious source. Oh my goodness, you know, to the point that sometimes you can't move your neck for a week or so. It's all about extracting loose from you all these pains and aches. You know, if you live 80 years, that means you're talking about 30 years of discomfort, extreme discomfort, because when you age, okay, it's not fun to be in this physical body. Your mind doesn't age. That's the thing. My mind is the same exactly as when I was a teenager or a 20-year-old girl. That hasn't aged. Yes, I mean, my perception changed because I became more aware of my environment, of what is happening around me. That changed. But I'm still the same young person inside, stuffed in this meat suit, okay? And yes, I mean, I had my own share of discomfort. I mean, recently I started to take care of myself more, so somehow I'm not as bad as I used to be. But what I'm trying to say here, guys, that it's constant hard work to keep your body from tormenting you, from giving you pain, from giving you discomfort. I mean, really, if your body is aching, you can't do much. You can't read, you can't watch something, you can't relax, you can't participate in anything because you're in pain. So what you do, that becomes your priority, that you suddenly have to find a solution to stop that pain, okay? And it's never ending, because one thing you took care of, a week later there's something else, a few days later and another thing comes up, really, you know. So yes, and also remember, even when we're having fantastic time in here, in this physical plane, accidents happen. Young people go somewhere, you can have a motor accident, you can fall, you can all sorts of things can happen, and your meat suit gets damaged, and that is also very painful. Broken bones, cut skin, whatever, you know. Sorry for being graphic, but that's the reality, really. I mean, we deal with this here all the time. Somebody say, oh, be careful because of the gravity, right? Yeah, gravity, okay. So you fall, and you fall hard if you're not careful. But I'm talking about the whole package in here, not just about one aspect of this physicality, okay? The whole package. That system has been created. It's like a chain that goes on and on its own, basically. Fresh souls are stuffed into fresh bodies that are being born daily, every moment of a day or night. A new newcomers coming to this prison place with the Meatsuit already around them, confining the soul, and the cycle just beginning. And of course, others are leaving. So it's like being on and off. It's like recycles, coming and going, coming and going. And it's on its own. Seems to be like a snowball reaction. It's just going on and on and on. And of course, the more the snowball is rolling, the bigger it becomes, the heavier it becomes. And this is the reality that we're living in. That you're getting tired when you're older, and also there's all sorts of aspects, and mainly is because of the age. Aging body hurts, okay? It's not like somebody created us here, oh guys, you can go here in 60, 70 years and you're going to have some experience, you're going to learn a few things. But why making body aging at the same time? Why making body suffering so much that you sometimes go like almost insane with worry, with pain and everything? Yes, and there's emotional suffering too. That you see, when you emotionally feel bad because something bad is happening around, okay, and you worry about something, that apparently affects your body. It's all connected because the meat suit is connected with your mind, that it's trapped in here. So your body is reacting to the way you feel on your mind as well. And vice versa. The pain can start to sometimes cripple your mind, okay? And you lose your mind because something is hurting and you have to do something about it. I mean, really. So, yes, it's all very macabre recycling, macabre acceptance as well, because what happens, we are programmed in such a way that when we're growing up, when we are a little children, we're already being programmed by this society into, oh, you must get married one day, you must have a partner, and of course you must have family, children, and all that, okay? Well, this kind of thing becomes more and more difficult lately, okay, because of the prices of everything, and everything costs money in here. Used to be a little easier a while ago, but still, I'm talking about programming to create this continuation, okay, of these families non-stop producing children, bringing children to this world, and these children growing up, and they bring children of their own here. So that is non-stop recycled and going on and on and on. I mean, yeah, I mean, the Bible tells us too, that you have to multiply, really. Wow. So that almost like you are bullied to do so. I mean, I came from a part of the world where marriage was extremely important part in everybody's life, and if a girl didn't get married young, something must have been wrong with her, okay? Because everybody expected a young girl to get married, and if you didn't have a child within a year after your wedding day, something is wrong. So what I'm saying, we are being almost like designed to think between these categories, okay? And it's kind of made into different traditions, different customs, and different cultures, that people celebrate a marriage, celebrate a wedding day, celebrate the birth of children, birthdays, okay, are celebrated. The Meatsuit get each year that you survive in this place, you get rewarded with a birthday party, presents, wow, hoo. Really. But we are also programmed to expect this and accept it, and this is supposed to be a very joyful event. But in reality, what are we really celebrating? Another year of imprisonment? Because that's what it is. Another year of imprisonment in here. I know, someone would say, so what do you suggest, what should we do? Resign from all the joy and everything? No, we shouldn't resign from all the joy, but we shouldn't be programmed to participate in something like this, which is macabre, and celebrate it. We should be celebrating different things. Why we are not taught in school about metaphysical part of existence, about afterlife, about NDEs. Why this subject is so hidden, and that should be taught to children, and we should be celebrating of who we are, that we are eternal beings. There's many other things that could be introduced to society, healthy society, that could be celebrated. But no, they're celebrating the Meatsuit. Okay, that you are born, so yeah, wow, let's party because there's another soul being trapped. I'm sorry, but this is a darker side of that situation that everybody looks forward, once a year, that they almost treat it like a celebrity of some sort. But this is what happens in here, that people have been brainwashed and accepted this recycling as something natural, as something that it's supposedly be happening because what can you change about it? There's nothing to be changed. Well, what I'm doing, I'm educating myself and asking questions. Okay, so I don't accept it the way it's run. Okay, I don't have to, but again, I cannot totally switch off from the whole environment that I'm living in. That's another thing, because we are trapped in here between the situations that bound us to belong somewhere, because we don't have anywhere else to at this moment. We are here in this Meatsuit. So yes, this is a big food for thought, and I hope that you like the video, guys. So thank you for watching. That will be it for today. Please take care. See you next time. Bye bye.